they fly to the Buddhas of the 10 directions. Sometimes, in the Buddha fields, if necessary, they rain down celestial flowers, filling the tricholiocosm and offer these to the Buddhas. Sometimes they rain down heavenly sandalwood. Sometimes they rain down Sintamani as large as Sumeru. Sometimes they rain down musical instruments with wondrous sounds. Sometimes, taking a body as high as Sumeru, they use it as a lampwick to pay homage to the Buddhas. Those are material offerings. Moreover, the bodhisattvas who are practicing the 6 perfections make spiritual offerings to the Buddhas. By using the practices of a single bhumi, some bodhisattvas pay homage to the Buddhas. They go up to fulfilling the practices of the 10 bhumis to honor them. Sometimes, having obtained conviction that dharmas do not arise, they destroy their own afflictions and those of beings. Those are spiritual offerings. Sometimes the bodhisattva dwelling in the 10th bhumi exerts his magical power so well that the fires of the damned are extinguished. The pretas are satisfied, the animals are liberated from their fears, humans and gods gradually reach the non-regressing bhumi. Such qualities and such powers are also spiritual offerings. This is why the Prajnaparamitasutra says that the bodhisattva who wishes to have roots of good at his disposal to honor the Buddhas should practice the perfection of wisdom. Manaratha Purana. 2nd section, fulfilling the wishes of all beings. Sutra. The bodhisattva mahasattva who wishes to fulfill the desires actually of all beings for food and drink, garments, bedding, ointments and perfumes, vehicles, houses, couches, lamps, etc. should practice the perfection of wisdom. Sastra. I. What is fulfilling the wishes? Question. What order is the Prajnaparamitasutra following here when it says that the bodhisattva wishes to fulfill the desires of all beings? Answer. The activity of the bodhisattva is twofold. 1. Honoring the Buddhas. 2. Saving beings. By honoring the Buddhas, the bodhisattva gains immense merit and, with this merit, he helps beings in the sense that he fulfills their wishes. The master merchant goes to sea and collects jewels. Then, having returned safe and sound, he helps his relatives, his friends, etc. Similarly, the bodhisattva goes to the sea of the Buddhadharma and gathers immense precious qualities there, thanks to which he helps beings. A petty king in paying homage to the great king has to satisfy him, and the latter, in return, grants him the offices and the wealth he desires. Having returned to his native land, the petty king helps beings and drives away thieves. Similarly, the bodhisattva who has paid homage to the Buddha, the king of the Dharma, receives in return a special prediction and, thanks to the immense treasure of his roots of good, attains the indestructible power of knowledge. Then, going among beings, he honors good people, gives to the poor whatever they need and destroys the armies of Mara as well as the holders of wrong views and heresies. This is how, after having honored the Buddhas, he fulfills the wishes of beings. Question. Does the bodhisattva truly fulfill the wishes of all beings? If he completely fulfilled the wishes of beings, what would be the use of the other Buddhas and bodhisattvas? If he does not completely fulfill them, why does the Prajnaparamitasutra speak of the bodhisattva wanting to fulfill the wishes of all beings and practicing the Prajnaparamita for this purpose? Answer. There are 2 kinds of wishes. 1. The realizable wish. 2. The unrealizable wish. When someone wants to measure space and reach its limits. When someone seeks to reach the limits of time or place, when a child wants to grab his image in water or in a mirror, these are all unrealizable wishes. When one bores wood to make fire. When one digs the earth to find water. When one cultivates merit to attain birth among humans or gods, to find the fruit of Arhat or Pratyeka Buddha, or even to become a Buddha, the king of Dharma, these are all realizable wishes. The realizable wish is of 2 types. 1. Worldly. 2. Suprawar. LDLY. In the present passage, it is a matter of fulfilling the worldly wishes of beings. How do we know that? Because here the Prajnaparamitasutra is talking about supplying them with objects of current need. Food and drink, couches, bedding, etc. Up to lamps. Question. Why does the bodhisattva give beings things that are easy to find and not things that are hard to find? Answer. Things wished for are inferior, middling or superior. The inferior ones are the causes and conditions bringing about happiness in the present life. The middling ones are the causes and conditions assuring happiness in the future life. The superior ones are the causes and conditions assuring nirvana. This is why the bodhisattva first fulfills the inferior wishes, then the middling wishes and finally the superior wishes. Moreover, beings often cling to present happiness, rarely to future happiness, and even more rarely to the happiness of nirvana. By speaking here of things to which beings are most attached, the Prajnaparamitasutra is also including the things to which they are least attached. Moreover, from beginning to end, the Prajnaparamitasutra speaks above all about future lives and the path of nirvana. Rarely does it speak of things of the present life. The bodhisattva's rule is to assure beings all kinds of benefits without omitting any. Why? His first and foremost intention is to lead beings to the Mahayana Dharma. If they are unable to adopt it and become converted, the bodhisattva presents to them the path of the Sravaka and Pratyeka Buddha. If they are resistant to that, the bodhisattva presents them with the practices of the 10 good ways of conduct, the 4 limitless ones, etc. so that they can cultivate merit. If, finally, beings do not appreciate any of these practices, the bodhisattva does not abandon them but gives them the good things of the present life, namely, food and drink, etc. Finally, when worldly people give someone food, drink, etc. and thus fulfill their wishes, they are fulfilling the causes and conditions required for this result, insofar as it is things of the present lifetime and those of future lifetimes. Even without fulfilling these causes and conditions, the Sravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas also fulfill the wishes of beings, but the services that they render are very small. The bodhisattva Mahasattva who practices the perfection of wisdom, due to his actions, is able, on the other hand, to become king or an important person enjoying immense wealth. When beings come from the 4 directions to call upon him, he satisfies them completely. The fabulous gifts of Bindu. Thus, the Vaishya Pinteou was a great benefactor. He sat on a great bed adorned with the 7 jewels. This bed had diamond feet, was covered with a heavenly mattress and had rubies as curtains. 80,000 servants stood on guard on all sides. Their adornments were marvelous. They opened the 4 great doors of the palace and authorized all requests. 6 times during both the day and the night the drum was beaten and rays of light shone forth. Of the numberless beings of the 10 directions, all those who heard the drum or who were touched by the rays did not fail to rush to the spot in order to receive all kinds of food and drink. At the sight of this huge crowd, the Sristhan Bindu silently raised his eyes to the heavens, and immediately there fell from the sky a rain of different foods of 100 flavors, and everybody received as much as they wished. If people did not collect it themselves, the servants gave it to them, dividing it up and distributing it. When all were satisfied, the rain stopped. Whether people had need of food and drink, bedding, clothing, etc., it was the same.